What's going on, nation? Wow, it's been like a month since my last upload. Some of you even messaged me asking if I was kidnapped and being held for ransom, which would be kind of hard to answer if I actually was. But anyways, yes, I'm back, and as you can see, I am in my new gym. It took me close to 5 weeks to get this place ready with all the demo and construction I had to do, but I'm going to be able to start cranking more content than ever now, including live streaming, and I'm super pumped. So let's break this place in with its first video, and it's going to be on the plank. But before we get started, be sure to click that subscribe button and notification bell so you never miss a new video upload from me. Alright guys, so I feel like planks just aren't getting the love they deserve anymore. It's like people read a book or watch anime when planking nowadays. Kind of like when you see people texting while doing ab crunches. Clearly, if it's that easy, you're not doing it right. If you can hold a plank for more than 30 seconds, you're simply doing it wrong. Also, anything over 30 seconds to 1 minute max starts to get insanely boring. So wouldn't you want to make sure you're not only smashing your core, but maximizing your time while doing it, right? Well, so it's time to kick those half-assed banana planks to the curb and fix your form by mastering its 6 individual components. And I really want you to burn these 6 tips into your brains, guys, so whenever you plank, you kill it. So component 1 is your feet. Now your feet need to be close together because this will make it easier for you to activate your glutes and hamstrings. You should be flexing those while doing a plank. Also, your toes should be bent as much as possible so that the bottom of your feet or your arches are vertical to the floor. Remember that your feet and your elbows are your contact points with the earth, which means you need to pay extra attention to both. Which now brings us to number 2, your elbows. And your elbows should be directly underneath your shoulders. This is known as joint stacking and helps you gain maximum stability during any lift or movement. This will also help prevent you from falling into scapular retraction, as you will have more strength to keep and maintain your upper back flat. Next is your hands. And if you want to maximize the plank, you can't have your hands together or your fingers interlocked. They need to be straight out with your forearms parallel to each other. If anything, make fists to help you remember that they're not allowed to touch each other. Maybe imagine that they're fighting, if that helps. Anything you have to do to keep your arms straight. The 4th component is the shoulder blades, and we briefly mentioned this when talking about the elbows. If your shoulder blades are relaxed during a plank, this might be one of the reasons why they are winging in your everyday life and during your lifting. It simply means that you're not activating your serratus anterior muscles and your shoulder blade control is lousy. Now, we'll get much deeper into the scapular winging topic in a future video, but for now, all you need to do is press your body away from the floor. A great cue would be to try to push your thoracic spine to the ceiling above you and imagine being able to hold a plate across your back. So basically, flat surface, guys. Next is the pelvis, and this is extremely important, especially if you tend to suffer from anterior pelvic tilt. Now, I have an entire video dedicated to fixing the anterior pelvic tilt, which I will link to at the end of this video, but you really need to concentrate on tucking your pelvis during a plank to help avoid this condition altogether. Tucking your pelvis means you need to activate your glutes and flatten or even completely round your lower back so that your glutes and lower abs are firing. This will make the plank much harder than usual, but it's also the proper way to do it, and it's usually the most skipped step. And lastly is the core. And as soon as you tuck your pelvis, you will feel some core activation, but to take it one step further, you should also be trying to flex your entire rectus abdominis as well as your obliques. You don't have to squeeze everything as hard as humanly possible, though. You just need to activate your core enough so that your spine remains stable throughout the entirety of the plank. Now, I do have a bonus tip to help you guys really push the plank to the next level and make it a 30-second exercise. But before we get to that, I have 2 quick announcements. Number 1, be sure to download my app, Muscular Strength. This video will be available later today in article format with photos to go along with it, directly on the app. And while you wait, you can get started with my new Full Body Evolution 12-week program. And number 2, I just launched my personal stack with bodybuilding.com, which contains BSN's Synthesis Edge for protein, Amino X for BCAAs, and Endo Rush for pre-workout fuel, and will be available at a discount price just for you guys. So click the link in my pinned comment below to check it out. All right, so as promised, my bonus tip. If you really want to take your plank to the next level and make it a 30-second exercise for anyone, no matter how strong you are, this is what you're going to have to do. Obviously, make sure all 6 components we just mentioned are in check, and then proceed to pull your elbows and toes toward your core. Believe it or not, this slight addition of pressure and flexing is going to make your body start shaking within 15 to 20 seconds if done correctly. I'm not joking, guys. Get down on the floor and try it right now. You're going to be blown away, and your abs are going to feel tight all day long. It's a great feeling. So stop doing boring planks and push your limits. You can do anything, my fitness fam, and I promise to not leave you hanging with no videos for this long again, all right? I'm sorry. It had to happen. Be sure to smash that like button if you enjoyed the video, and do me a favor. Share it with a friend who needs more core stability. Let's work together to make the world a healthier place, and as always, more good stuff coming soon. See you guys.